All right, if you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, you guys know it's Remy. And today I would like to talk about the top 10 cards you guys are going to want to either craft or never disenchant. Um, period. These cards are going to be staples moving forward in Yu-Gi-Oh! They may not see as much play currently right now, but these are cards that are going to turn your diamond or your platinum deck into a diamond deck. It's going to turn your gold deck into a platinum deck. It's going to turn your tier 3 deck into a rogue deck, or a rogue deck into a tier 3 deck. It's these are basically going to enhance your experience if you're trying to take Yu-Gi-Oh, play Yu-Gi-Oh more competitively, Mash Duel in particular. Now, obviously, I'm probably going to leave some cards out because I just want to limit this to 10. I'm probably going to do this, probably going to make this into a series. I might just post this every I was going to say semester, post this every season or every update just to go over it. And in the making of this video, believe it or not, they actually dropped a ban list. So I'm gonna go over that really quickly, and then we're gonna move it on. So let me just load it up really quick. Alrighty, so it looks like it was like mainly sprite hits. I'm sorry, not sprite hits, runic hits. This guy basically prevented any monster on the field from using their effects. Pretty cringe card. It was a sprite card. They limited to one. Does it hurt the deck? No, it does not. Their most sprite decks, I'm sorry, most runic decks are now sprite decks, so this really has no bearing on it. Does it hurt? Does this hurt sprite as a whole? No, not really. If you're playing the pure runic version, what are you going to do? You're probably just going to add some three maxis if you weren't already running it to this and keep it rolling. Like it's not really going to change much. Now, when it comes for Fusion Destiny, this is going to, if you guys are unaware, I think the guy who won first place was a Phantom Knight deck who utilized Fusion Destiny. So this is going to make that deck a lot stronger. It's going to make a lot of those rogue decks who kind of went away from the card. So I can see DP making a reappearance and moving forward in the meta. And what else we got? This guy, they've been slowly bringing him back up. Not even really sure what it does. But yeah, it's back. For all my Thunder Lords out there, you guys got another beast to add to the deck. Plus, it's a secret rare or SR. I don't know, secret rare, super rare, whatever. So that's good. And then for the Orcus guys, you guys are here as well. So overall, this is a. I'm not gonna say this is like game changing or nothing like that, but it's a solid ban list. Um, and I'm looking forward to the shenanigans we're gonna have to deal with now. Just got to think smarter. But yeah, without further ado, let's get back to the message at hand. All right, so really quick, I'm gonna go on the format. I'm just gonna go from 10 to 1 and just give a brief explanation of why. Now, this is a card that you should craft. It's a staple, but it's 10 on the list. And the reason why it's 10 is because it's a super rare. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have super rares over, so if possible, grab this card. But again, it's higher on the list. So if you have ultra rares, I would say grab this card because in some meta, some way, this card can be viable. What it does is basically it prevents your opponent from banishing. Now, obviously, against Sprite, Runic right now, this is it may look like not Sprite, yeah, Runic in general. Runic in Runic in general, this is a strong card, but the only issue with this card is I believe you can only play it on your opponent's turn. Yeah, right here. During your opponent's turn, you can nope, I take that back. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card from your hand or face up on the field, neither player can banish. So it's like a one turn saver, if you want to call it that. On their turn, they can't do much, but that doesn't really come up. But again, it's lower on the list because it's super rare. Other than that, it probably wouldn't be on the list. If it was ultra rare, this would not be on the list at all. I would not recommend getting this card. But for ultra rare sake, I'd say go for it. But let's check out number 9. And we have DD Crow, another super rare and staple in my opinion. It may not come up every game, but it definitely will enhance your deck. Basically, it's really strong against Sprite to a sense. well, I keep saying Sprite, Runic. It's definitely strong against Despia. If you don't have what do you call it? If you don't have the one card, can't think of the top of my head, but it's definitely a strong card. What it does is they play Brandon in red. They play any kind of graveyard effect. You play this guy, whew, he's out of here. That basically stops their entire fusion play, and so it's lower on the list because it's a super rare. So I think this is a card anyone can really pick up. So these super rares, I would recommend just grabbing them and wait for the day that you will need them. So let's check out the next one, number 8. Droll and Lockburn. Now this card is very strong in the current meta. Um, People like to draw, especially Sprite, especially Runic. Really a lot of the main decks they draw. And again, this is probably one of the better of the super rares right now because it basically shuts down rogue decks. It shuts down a lot of decks. People have to play around it if they're aware of it, and it's a sleeper. But if you just need a card to make your deck a little bit better, I would recommend getting this card as well. Never disenchant it. Just leave it because there may be some metas this card is freaking broken. There may be some metas this card is just kind of like it can hold its own, which is currently right now. It can hold its own right now. It's situational, yes, but still a very solid staple, and I would recommend you guys definitely pick this card up. But let's check out number 7. All right, so now we're talking about the ultra rares, right? So this would be probably the lowest ultra rare you guys will want to pick up, especially currently right now. Again, because this is a Sprite Runic meta. Once they bring out Giant Sprite, this card is a dead card in your hand, which is why it's lower on the ultra rare list. So the other cards, they're fine. If you have the super rares, grab them. Just grab them. This right here, I would say hold out on until you get the other staples I'm going to mention later. But Nibiru is a solid card. It destroys if you're having issues with if where you're playing, if you're playing against a lot of Sword Soul, you're playing against a lot of what's another card deck that really murdered any really combo decks. If you guys don't know any kind of combo decks, you're just like these guys are dropping 7, 8, 9, 10 monsters on a turn. Nibiru's going to shut that up really quick. Even this is like a Dragon Link killer right here if you don't have your deck set up pretty good. So this is the combo deck killer. So I'd recommend picking this card up at the 7th spot because it holds its own. It holds its own. But right now, save your ultra rares for right now. But in the future, definitely consider once you guys got the other stuff on the list, definitely pick this guy up. But let's check out number 6. All right, so when it comes to the 5th and 6th slot, I'm just gonna say infinite impermanence. And actually, you know what? I take that back. Let's put effect veiler in the 6th spot because you can only use it on your opponent's turn, and then we're gonna drop in infinite impermanence on the 5th slot. I think I'm on 5th, right? 5th. I should have wrote this down. 5th slot because it can go on both turns. This card is a hand trap if you don't have any cards on the field. So it's a solid card. Let's say they get some sick insane board or whatever, and you just kind of want to stop one card before you start your hand going second. You would hold this off on your turn. Once it's your turn, you play this guy. Boom. Now you have one negate out the way. Then you can kind of go into your combos. You know what I mean? And as for this one, it does the exact same thing, but it only works on your opponent's turn. So that's the downside of this. But these are also great staples that you guys must have right now. Well, not against the Runic, I'm not going to say must have, but these are some definitely staples that will help your deck get better in the long run. Staples, never dismantle these cards. Again, never dismantle any card on this. If you guys have it, do not dismantle it. So let's check out number 4, I believe I'm on. And that would be Gamma. Yes, Gamma is a super rare, and it's higher on the list when it comes to some ultra rares, which is why I kind of put it up. I wanted it to be a little bit higher just to take note of why this card is really strong. Against Sprite right now, let's say they have a monster, because a lot of the monsters have monster effects, right? They drop whatever, some link 2 or rank 2 or whatever. You drop Gamma, that shuts down their entire strategy. Just boom. They have no monsters they have no rank 2s on the field, so they can't special summon anything. Now, obviously, if they have a spell card, they can keep comboing off of that. But this card, basically what it does, it's an Ash, but instead of just stopping the negating the effect, it also destroys. So that's what makes Sprite so great. The fact that you okay, you can negate me, but if I have another rank 2 or link 2 or level 2, whatever, I can keep going. So this is why he's pretty high in the super rare list, but he's a staple for sure. But there's also RNG because you got to worry about getting um, his big bro driver, which comes up more than he does. And you only really run one of him, so solid card. Um, yeah. So now let's look at the big boys. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know what the big boys are. They will always be meta. They will always be powerful. They will always make your deck better. So let's check them out. Ash Blossom. I mean, you guys know it. Come on now. Ash Blossom is a staple. Ash Blossom isn't going anywhere. Ash Blossom will always be good. Um, Gotta craft it. If you guys don't have ultra rares, I recommend disenchanting some other stuff you guys have, some whatever. You're always going to need Ash. You're going to run Ash in every deck you play until the number one spot, which I'm pretty sure you guys know what it is by now, is removed from the game. Ash Blossom will always be powerful, will always be good, and you need it. What it does is basically negates any card added from the hand, any card sent to the grave, I believe, and any card special summoned from the deck. It's sick. It's good. Good. Get this card. Please get this card. You'll thank me later. You'll like, why am I winning all of a sudden? This will be the reason why you are winning. And let's check out let's do some honorable mentions, and then I'll show you the flask card. So here we go. Honorable mention, Ghost Bell. I'm not yeah, Ghost Ogre. I'm sorry, Ghost Ogre. Um, right now it's very strong. If you guys can slide it in, I would recommend you slide it in. But it's not. It's hit or miss. You don't really need 3 of this card. If you guys want to craft 1, that's fine. Maybe 2. But I mean, I have 3, but you'll never really put 3 in the deck. But it's solid. And then you have lastly, I don't have it yet, but Ghost Bell, another great card. Basically stops call by. Something I learned. Adding monsters from the basically anything in the grave, any monster special from the graveyard stops it. So, which is huge right now, obviously, within the whole Yu-Gi-Oh world. But yeah, Ghost Bell. I'd recommend getting 1 of these as well, maybe 2, 3 if you're feeling 3 if you just kind of got everything on the list. You're like, okay, I just want to just pick it up. But I doubt you'll ever run 3 in the deck because 3 is a little excessive. Because you never want to pull 3 of these. That'd be a nightmare. You know what I mean? And then let's check out the number 1 slot card you should never dismantle. You should This should be the first ultra rare you guys craft. Doesn't matter what deck you're building. So let's check this one out. Do I need to talk? Do I need to say anything? Did you think it was gonna be anything else? You know what I mean? Maxi. This card, as toxic as it is, as annoying as it is, as frustrating as it is, it's too broken. It's literally the most broken card in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. It's not in the TCG. It's been in the OCG. OCG's not getting rid of it because OCG's philosophy is there's a card. If there's a card to beat it, we're going. It's not broken. You know what I mean? There are ways to stop this card. It's not, it doesn't go off every time. Just don't play, right? Just skip your turn and lose. But yeah, Max C basically when they special summon a monster, your turn, my turn, doesn't matter. You're going +1. And then if they are combo deck, you're going +2, +3, +4, +5. If people, you may have heard on the internet people going for the Max C challenge. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm just gonna combo and try to beat this guy while he's drawing cards. So yeah, this card for sure staple. Never disenchant this card. This is a must. And that pretty much wraps up the video for this season. I'll probably do this again next season on some more cards, just kind of or different ideas. I might do board breakers next, card you guys should work on. But yeah, every card in this list right now will definitely enhance your Master Duel experience and make you a heck of a lot better player. But yeah, without further ado, I appreciate you guys if you made it this far. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your mama know. We're here to stay. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.